What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch and review for you. So today I am partnering up with Cirque Colors to show you their new Bubbly collection. So we've got 6 brand new polishes and all of them are in a holographic magnetic formula. So I'm very excited to share these. I also want to show you their latest fundraising polish, but I'll talk about that after the swatches. But if you haven't heard of Cirque Colors before, they are an independent nail polish brand that is based out of the US. They are 10 free, meaning they are free of 10 of the potentially harmful ingredients that are often found in nail polish. They are vegan, meaning they do not use any animal-derived ingredients, and they are cruelty-free, meaning they do not test their products on animals. So I'm really excited about this collection. Like I said, there's 6 new colors. They're actually a nice little rainbow, which is perfect for June, and they have this incredible holographic finish. I will say it's actually pretty subtle, so you can see the holographic color the most in direct sunlight. I'm showing you with direct lighting, so you can see a little bit of it, but it actually has a little bit more of that super linear, almost pastel-y kind of rainbow. I talked about it a little bit in my recent silver holo video. You can see the smaller the particles are, the more it tends to have that sort of pastel-y look. But yeah, let me show you the swatches, then we'll talk about their fundraising polish, and then we'll talk a little bit more about pricing, availability, my thoughts, all that good stuff. So roll the footage. So as with all of my swatch and review videos, I am using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today I am using the Cirque base coat, so I'll link it down below. So we'll go in a sort of rainbow order here. This first shade is called La Dulce Vita, and it is a really beautiful, pale, pastel-y kind of pink jelly. And then within that we have all of the holographic magnetic pigment. So all of these have a little bit of that pastel vibe to them. They're a little bit on the dusty side, but once you apply the magnet, you'll be able to see a lot more concentration of the color, and you'll also see a nice concentrated line of the hollow pigment. So what you want to do with magnetic polishes is you want to apply them for full coverage and then do an additional coat on top of that, a nice thick one, and then you apply your magnetic wand over that for about 30 seconds. So I ended up getting pretty nice coverage in that first coat. I ended up doing my magnetic layer with that second coat, and then once I wiggled my nail around, made sure it got around to the whole nail, I just removed that magnet and I was left with this nice hollow line. Moving on to the orange polish in the collection, this one is called Aperol Spritz, and as you can see, it's a nice, again, slightly dusty orange jelly base, and then within that we have the holographic magnetic pigment. So again, I noticed really nice coverage in the first coat. My reasoning here with these, I have pretty short nails, so if the first coat covers up that visible nail line, then I'm just going to go in with a thicker second coat and use that as my magnetic layer. So that's what I ended up doing for the majority of this collection. So you can see you're getting a really nice color on that second coat, and then once you apply the magnet, all of that pigment is going to be concentrated towards the center or wherever you put your magnet, and then you're going to get a nice jelly color on the top and the bottom. And then, like I said, the hollow effect is a little bit more subtle, and it's definitely more subtle in this direct lighting, but hopefully you can see when it goes out of focus a little bit, you can see that rainbow a little bit more, and then it is more vibrant and colorful when you see it in sunlight, which unfortunately I don't really have access to. Next up we have the shade Sparkling Yuzu, and this one is actually seriously stunning. It's definitely not dusty like the rest of the collection. It's a very vibrant, saturated golden yellow color, and you can see it has this really beautiful jelly base to it. Honestly, I would totally wear this polish without the magnetic effect, but of course I did want to see what that magnetic effect looked like. I just think that this yellow is so vibrant and beautiful, so you could still see a little bit of my visible nail line on that second coat, but you guys know I really love that jelly effect, so I just went in with my magnetic layer. I hovered my magnet over the nail for about 30 seconds, and then I revealed this beautiful golden orangey color, and I feel like that jelly area almost looks even more golden orangey, and I absolutely love it. Next up we have the shade Soda Shop, and this one is a really pretty minty green pastel color, but actually looking at it, I think it's a little bit more saturated than your average pastel shade, so I think it might not be. I think it's just a little bit more vibrant than that, but I did notice that this one was a little bit sheer on the first coat, so I ended up doing 2 coats for full coverage, and then I did my magnetic layer with the third, and I really love the way that this color turned out. I think it is so soft and pretty. I absolutely love this very cool undertone that it has to it. I just feel like this is a pretty unique color. Honestly, the finish in all of these is so so unique. I don't have anything like them, so I was just happy overall, and I'm glad we got the full rainbow of them. But now that I am seeing this type of finish, I'm really excited to see what else they can come up with. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Here is what that polish looks like with the magnetic effect applied to it, and you can see it just has this really beautiful jelly on either sides, and then we get this nice concentrated soft rainbow in the middle. Moving on, we have the shade Helter Seltzer, which is the blue of the collection. I would call this a slate blue. I feel like it kind of sits somewhere between being a grayed out color and being this deep navy blue. It definitely has a little bit of a dustiness to it. It's not too deep and dark. It's still very distinctly blue, but it does have that nice deep dusty coloring to it. So this was another one that I thought was a little bit sheer in the first coat, so I ended up doing 2 coats for full coverage, and then I went in with my third thick coat to do my magnetic layer, and there you're able to see just how different the polish looks with that magnetic pigment concentrated into that one area, and you can just see that color is so deep and jelly-like and gorgeous, so I really love it. Again, just a really nice subtle holographic shine in there that of course looks a little bit more intense when you're in direct sunlight, so just a really pretty shade. And last but definitely not least, we have the shade Fizzy Lifting Drink, and this one is a warm toned purple, and it's really beautiful. Again, we've got that magnetic holographic pigment in there. We have this really vibrant orchid kind of color. Again, it feels a little bit dusty when you have that silver magnetic pigment in there, but as you apply the magnet, you're gonna see a lot more saturation in the jelly base color because all of that silver is removed, and it kind of removes the dustiness of the color. So it's definitely fun to play around with. I think all of these shades are actually really pretty to just wear as regular polishes with a little bit of like a scattered hollow finish to them. So I think it's a fun way to kind of get 2 polishes in one because you can get multiple different finishes in the same polish. So here are all of the shades together with that magnetic effect, and you can really see just how rainbowy and colorful the polishes are. It definitely makes a huge difference seeing them with that magnetic stripe across them because that's when you really get the full saturation of the colors. And looking at it now, I can see that La Dolce Vita actually has a little bit of like a warmth to it, almost like that coral pinky peachy kind of color. So definitely fun to play around with. I almost want to experiment with doing like, I don't know if I can do some sort of gradient nail art with these and also have the magnetic effect. I don't know. More experimenting to come. So yeah, those are the polishes, and honestly, I'm really excited about them. I didn't realize until I was applying them that they also have a little bit of a jelly-like feel to them, and I'm sure I don't need to tell you because I've been saying it in a lot of recent videos, but I absolutely love a jelly finish. I love a tiny bit of that squishiness, and I love a little bit of visible nail line as well, and I think it just kind of makes it look a little bit more dimensional as well, especially with that magnetic pigment. But yeah, really excited to see this finish. It's not something that I have seen before, especially with so many exciting colors, and I just think it's really cool to see that Cirque really has this experimental vibe with a lot of their collections. I feel like they're always branching out and coming up with these new finishes, and I'm always really happy to see them. So Cirque also released a fundraising polish as part of their Do Good initiative, where 100% of the net proceeds go to different organizations. This time we have a super packed glitter topper. It's called Once Upon a Time, and it actually has 18 different types of glitter in it, and there's some really unique shapes in here. So we have lips, we have lightning bolts, we have stars and hearts, there's hollow bits, there's matte bits, there's metallic bits. It actually reminds me a lot of their polish XX, which is one of my top favorites, but it's definitely more colorful and vibrant. So you can wear this as a topper or on its own. You can also place the glitters on, but it was actually surprisingly easy to get the glitter onto my nail without having to like fish around for different sizes. But of course you can do a little bit of placement as well if you want certain little glitters on your nail, but it's definitely like a little party on the nails, and I really enjoyed that. So 100% of the net proceeds go to the Drag Queen Story Hour, which is actually a really fun program for children that teaches acceptance. It celebrates diversity. I'm going to link their site in the description so you can check that out to learn more, but definitely a really awesome cause. So all of these polishes come in 11 milliliter bottles. The Do Good polish, as usual, has a fun limited edition box to it as well. So that Do Good polish retails for $12.50 USD. And like I said, 100% of the net proceeds go to the Drag Queen Story Hour. And this is a limited edition. It is exclusively available from the Cirque website. And then the holographic magnetics retail for $14 USD each, and they are going to be available from stockists as well. Just a quick note about those magnetic polishes. If you don't already have a magnet, you do need to purchase it separately. So I'm gonna link that down in the description as well. But yeah, that is all of the new polishes. Like I said, I'm just really happy to see them. I love seeing Cirque do exciting new things. And of course, you know, I love a good topper, especially when there's some fun glitter shapes in there. But I would love to know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the Do Good polish? What do you think of this new exciting finish? Leave it all in the comments. We can chat about it. And if you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. I also have a second channel where I post vlogs, behind the scenes stuff, so I will link that up in the cards. And of course, a huge shout out to my Cosmic Admirals on Patreon, Amanda M, Rocket Man's daughter, and Paula. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. Today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Bake Up Little Susie, and Bake Up Little Susie wants to know, what is the best unexpected gift you've ever received? Ooh, that is an interesting question. I have to say though, I feel like every gift that I receive I think is unexpected because I just never expect gifts. But the first thing that comes to mind, a few years ago for my birthday, Ryan, my partner, got me a really special gift. And I guess it's not that unexpected that he would get me a gift for my birthday, but what it was pretty unexpected, and I think that was probably the best gift I ever received. To give you a little bit of background, you might actually know this story because I mentioned it in a fun fact like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, but for a little bit of background, we played this game on the Nintendo Switch called Unravel 2, and we loved that game. It was so much fun. It was just a really cute, like, I don't know, it felt like a very romantic, cute game. There are these two little characters that you play as, and you get to customize their color and shape. And for my birthday, Ryan had actually gotten all of these supplies and materials for us to make our own little dolls. Oh man, why am I like getting a little misty-eyed from this? Okay, I need to calm down. That's so embarrassing that I'm like literally tearing up at this. But yeah, we ended up making those little friends, and I actually used to have them in the background of my videos back when I used to film in the other room in our bedroom. They would sit on the little table behind me. So if you saw the little dark red and green characters, that was what that was from. Why am I still tearing up? Oh my gosh, I need to relax. But now they actually live on the bookshelf in our living room, so that's where they hang out now. But yeah, that was definitely a really special gift. I remember like very vividly us making them together, and it was just a really special experience, and every time I see them I get really happy because it reminds me of how special that game was to us and also how much fun it was to make them with him. So yeah, that's it. Now I'm gonna go cry. All right, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.